Fox 46 News at noon starts with breaking news.
Breaking right now at noon, 5 people are dead in Watauga County after a standoff ended just 12 hours ago. This includes 2 deputies and the suspect. The sheriff's office says Sergeant Chris Ward died after being flown to the hospital for treatment. K-9 deputy Logan Fox was the 2nd deputy killed. The sheriff's office said he died at the scene. We are also learning a Boone police officer was shot but is going to be okay because the bullet hit his Kevlar helmet. Fox 46 is bringing you live team coverage right now. Both Destiny McKeever and Robin Kennedy are in Watauga County. We start with Destiny McKeever from the sheriff's office. Destiny, I know you just heard from the sheriff. What did he have to say about losing 2 of his own?
You know, Paige, he was very emotional speaking with us, saying that this is just such a hard time. Also, he says that he appreciates the outpouring of support that came from the community. You can see here where there are many flowers as well as candles in this makeshift memorial that has been set up right outside of the Watauga County Sheriff's Office. There were 5 people total killed and 2 deputies, the 2 homeowners and the shooter. The sheriff confirms the shooter was the homeowner's adult son. Sergeant Chris Ward and K-9 deputy Logan Fox were the 2 deputies killed. And there was also another officer from an assisting department hit by a bullet. He had on protective gear to keep him safe. So the sheriff says he's very thankful for that. But the sheriff saying he's appreciative of the outpouring of support from all of the community members and all of the surrounding agencies who stepped in to help with this. This has been such a critical time for this department. We are also just getting new information in by the minute, but the big question remains this afternoon: why did this all happen? Because of a welfare check. Investigators are still working to find out that information. And of course, as we get more information coming into our newsroom, we will bring it to you live right here on Fox 46. Reporting live from Watauga County, I'm Destiny McKeever, Fox 46.
And right now, we have pictures from the scene you'll only see here on Fox 46. These photos, courtesy of Bonnie Burton. She lives close to where this standoff happened. She says it was a very emotional day for everyone in the community.
Everybody knows everybody involved. And so it's just, this community is, like, I feel like I'm repeating what everyone else says in this kind of situation, but this community is strong. This neighborhood is full of good people, and we will rally around the ones who have been so hurt by this as best we can.
And Fox 46's Robin Kennedy continues our live team coverage. Right now, that road still blocked off at the home where the standoff happened. Robin, what are you seeing out there?
Paige, emotions running very high in the neighborhood here today. We saw one woman driving away from this neighborhood this morning. She was in tears, and then another woman was just too upset to speak with us. Now, crime scene tape still up here at the end of Chapel Hills Road. From this vantage point, we can see a line of law enforcement vehicles, but we can't make out the actual house where the standoff went down. Let's take a look now at some video from earlier of those investigator cars lining Hardeman Circle. Just before 10 yesterday morning, the Watauga County Sheriff's Office's deputies came here to a home because they got a call that the homeowner did not show up for work. When they got inside, deputies say they believe Sergeant Chris Ward and K-9 deputy Logan Fox were ambushed by the suspect. Both deputies were killed, and investigators believe the suspect also killed his parents. A Boone police officer was also hit by gunfire, but as you heard, his gear kept him from getting hurt. Now, this standoff lasting for hours. Listen to what neighbors had to deal with locked down in their homes.
I got it on my phone. Yes, is a message on the phone that said, please stay indoors and lock your doors because there's a crime scene, but the officials are getting to it real quickly, and they're taking care of it.
What was going through your mind when you got that?
I was kind of scared because I didn't know where the crime was taking place, so I was a little bit scared. It's pretty bad because I admire all the deputies here, and the deputies and the policemen I have a lot of admiration for.
Now, deputies keeping us back this morning, but this is the view from our vantage point of those law enforcement vehicles lining Hardeman Circle. One of the deputies told me the State Bureau of Investigation is out here. Now, the Watauga County Sheriff's Office has not told us how the suspect died. They also have not released the name of the suspect or his parents. We'll continue to keep you updated on any new details we get. I'm live in Watauga County. Robin Kennedy, Fox 46.
And as Robin just mentioned there, we will have all the details on fox46.com. You can also download the Fox 46 News app to get up-to-date alerts right to your phone. New at noon, the York County Coroner's Office just identified the man shot at a hotel near Carowinds as Joshua Richardson Ross. Right now, we are still waiting on autopsy and toxicology results. Wednesday, investigators arrested Isaiah Jones in this case. The York County Sheriff's Office says he was seen leaving the Sleep Inn Hotel on Lakemont Boulevard after the shooting. Right now, this is what's left of a public storage building in Lincoln County after it was engulfed in flames. RVs and boats worth of hundreds of thousands of dollars all destroyed in that fire. As Fox 46's Brett Baldeck reports, neighbors say explosions from the fire woke them up.
The damage has been done here at this storage facility off NC 73 in Lincoln County. Firefighters say pretty much everything that was stored in this overhang has been destroyed. Here is some video when we first arrived on the scene earlier this morning. Firefighters say the call came in around 1:30, and when they arrived, the building was totally engulfed in flames. Firefighters tell me that boats, RVs, cars, and trucks were stored here, and neighbors in the area reported hearing explosions. Firefighters say those explosions were propane tanks on the RVs that were exploding. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but firefighters say no firefighters were injured while battling this blaze, but they did have to call in extra resources from East Lincoln, Denver Fire Departments, as well as Huntersville. For now, reporting in Lincoln County, Brett Baldeck, Fox 46.
Right now, the NTSB is helping investigate a Duke Energy helicopter crash that happened in Rockingham County Wednesday with 3 people on board. It went down in the woods near the Dan River Combined Cycle Station in Eden. The pilot died. 2 workers were taken to the hospital. The FAA is also investigating the cause of that crash. And right now, a special tribute for Hester Ford. She was the longest living American up until her death on April 17th. Tonight, Bank of America building will be lit up purple in her honor. She was 116 years old when she passed. There is a public viewing today until 5 at the Wayne Russell Funeral Home on Beatties Ford Road. Her funeral is tomorrow at York Memorial Park on South Tryon at noon. New video released shows Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick being attacked. Sicknick died after defending the Capitol during the January 6th riot. Video released by the Department of Justice shows him being attacked with a chemical spray after spraying the officers in the eyes. The crowd is seen grabbing metal barricades while yelling and chanting. Today, Novant Health resumed its use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. It was paused, as you'll recall, due to several reports of blood clots. Novant officials say their patients can choose which vaccine they want, and they urge people with concerns about the J&J shot to talk with their primary care provider and learn more about the shot from both the CDC and the FDA as well. And North Carolina will be easing some COVID restrictions starting tomorrow. The outdoor mask mandate will go away, but indoor mask mandates for public spaces will stay in effect for the foreseeable future. Mass gathering limits will be increasing to 100 people indoors, 200 outdoors. Capacity limits will remain where they are for bars and restaurants. Governor Roy Cooper still anticipates those limits easing by June.
We have noticed that there's been a slowing of folks coming in for the vaccine. I think it's why you're seeing us do things like launching a campaign to bring summer back and make sure that we're getting a whole state of North Carolina effort to remind folks about the importance of vaccinations. We want folks to know that they are safe and effective. And what I would say is we're also changing the way in which we want to approach folks. No longer are we thinking about large mass vaccination sites, but rather making sure that it's easy for folks to access very close to their home.
The new executive order will run through June 1st. The governor says if the numbers remain stable, capacity restrictions could be totally lifted by then as well. And Governor Henry McMaster wants things to go back to normal in South Carolina, tweeted Wednesday saying, quote, "The whole point of getting the vaccine was to get back to normal. We now have 3 vaccines available and any South Carolinian can get one."
But it's time to start getting back to normal. I'd ask the cities and counties if they have restrictions out there that are undue to wrap it up. People have pent up. They want to do things, and except for in some circumstances, there's no reason to hold them back anymore.
In another tweet, he said, quote, "It is ridiculous for school districts to tell parents whether or not their child should wear a mask in the classroom. That is up to the parent." Bank accounts completely wiped out. That's what some people woke up to after unauthorized withdrawals. The company responsible for the panic. And behind bars for more than 4 decades for a crime he didn't do. How Ronnie Long is sharing his story of survival. Plus, no comment. That's all the district attorney had to say after the Andrew Brown Jr. body cam hearing. What family attorneys are promising after they see the video.
Well, we're already in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees for your lunchtime hour. Where do you think we're going this afternoon? It's going to be warm. I'll let you know in just a few minutes.